Finally, it is the Chunk Podcast. We are back after an extended Super Bowl hangover. I think that was the last time we had graced the world with our voices. But we are back to get into a topic that I know Vince has been eager to jump into, and we've kind of ignored, quite frankly, the entirety of the season. NBA basketball apparently is still a thing, and it's going on hot and heavy right now. We've got Vince, we've got Regi, we've got Niki, and myself, Justin. Glad to have you boys on because there's a couple things that we've missed. Actually, we've missed quite a few. We've missed a considerable portion of the season, the All-Star break, a lot of trade deadline stuff. But here we are right now in the midst of a Lakers collapse, a potential Celtics debacle, whatever's going on there, and some very odd standings in number one teams that have been going back and forth this season in the league. Right out the gate, we might as well just jump right into it because it's hot right now. And honestly, it's the title of the podcast because it is so hot right now, and we're looking for those clickbaity headlines. The Lakers, are they butt cheeks, or what's going on with it? What's going on with the Lakers? I know as a Lakers fan, Vince is here to defend as much as possible, but I'm sure there's some words coming for them. Regi, what are you feeling about the Lakers right now?
The Lakers, it's LeBron's fault. He messed up everything. He got Lonzo and LeVar Ball and Brandon Ingram and Kuzma upset that he's going to trade everybody, and then they didn't get traded, and now that kind of brought everyone's emotions down. Okay. And he got hurt. He's supposed to be Iron Man. So those two things cost the Lakers the whole season.
Okay. All right. That's
all part of this.
He's always part of it.
Okay. That's a pretty harsh take. I'll be honest. It's pretty surface level. I don't necessarily blame LeBron for you can't blame a guy for getting hurt, and B, you can't blame him because this year in his first year, he didn't exactly make this team like he's traditionally done in the past. This is Magic Johnson. This is Magic Johnson's fault.
Yeah, but but I guarantee you they asked LeBron about every single one of those moves, and he signed off on it.
That's because there was no one else. There was no one else left in the free agent pool.
Yeah, but those dudes, even if there wasn't, those dudes don't even play well together. Like, you don't get Rondo, Lance Stevenson, Beasley, and JaVale McGee and act like that's going to be a championship or even a decent team.
Okay, so just to clear it up right now, for people who may not know or understand what's going on, A, thank you for listening to this. You're a brave, brave soldier. Wow, the NBA basketball is fun. B, the Lakers are sitting currently at 11th in the Western Conference. And just so you know, the top 8 teams make the playoffs. They are 6 games back. No, what is this? Yeah, 6 games back from the playoff spot with maybe 15 games left, roughly, give or take. It's not looking good. They have like less than a 1% chance of making the playoffs. It's not unfamiliar for Lakers fans in recent years to miss the playoffs because, let's be honest, they've been pretty trash these last few years. But they did sign LeBron James this year, which was all but guaranteeing a playoff spot. I don't know what's going on.
He's one man. You can't have one man take a trash team to the playoffs.
He's done it before in Cleveland.
That's kind of his thing.
The finals.
All right, but the difference between all the other teams, he's always had a role player, someone who could like spot up and shoot. He doesn't have any role players on the Lakers as of right now. He's got to do it all, and he can't do it all.
Okay. I would say this Lakers team is better than the Cavs team we took to the finals versus the Spurs, like his first finals trip. Who else did he have on that team?
Who on the Lakers right now is better than Kevin Love?
Okay, wait a minute. No, you're thinking of
team. He's talking about Zardronis' team.
Ilgauskas, you better put some respect on that man's name.
Larry Hughes and Delonte West were your best players.
They peak Drew Gooden too, bro. Don't forget about him.
Yeah, that team was way worse than this Lakers team.
I wouldn't say. I don't know. Talented.
What do you mean?
Listen, Talent-wise, yes, I would say that those teams have been worse. But I will say, as a team around LeBron, it made more sense than what they have now with the Lakers. I think that Cavs team makes more sense, and it makes sense that they made it that far. I don't know. It's more shocking to me that this team missed the playoffs than that Cavs team made the finals, to be completely honest.
Yeah, not just made the playoffs, but made the finals. This team can't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, but looking at the grand picture of everything, though, you have to look at it as there is way more talented players in the NBA right now than in that era. And he was also playing in the Eastern Conference over there. So he's in the toughest conference, and come on.
Yeah, but I mean, you at least think LeBron's going to bring his team. I mean, they weren't expected to win the finals, but 8th seed at least. Come on.
What What do you say when he got traded to the Lakers, though? Or, well, he didn't get traded when he signed with the Lakers. He said it was going to be a rebuilding process and that he was in for it.
Yeah, and honestly, whenever this team got assembled and he went there, I had and I didn't expect them. I didn't expect them to miss the playoffs, but I did not expect them to compete. It was almost, and it's weird for somebody who is in the talks to be the greatest of all time basketball player to just completely punt an entire season of his, I guess the back end of his prime. Why would you just give up an entire season, though, for
That's
this?
what I'm wondering.
I don't know. It's weird.
At this point, this is going to be the first time, even if he misses the playoff, it's going to be the first time he hasn't played and it's a full season plus the playoffs plus whatever else in over a decade. Let the man rest. He needs it at this point.
So you're saying, is that what he wanted? He wanted to coast this season?
I'm saying it was inevitable. Think about it. They were in the playoffs when he was playing up until he got injured. As soon as he got injured, they lost their playoff spot and then some and had to fight their way back. By the time he got
injured too, so
that is a trash team. If as soon as he goes down, you lose your playoff spot and you have to fight your way back just to even make it. Nah, there's nothing you can do about that.
I will say though, watching some Lakers games here recently, LeBron has been exceptionally lazy. I don't know, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe he sees the writing on the wall. Obviously, this season is a bust, but it is sad. Just the other night, there was a highlight going around of Kuzma literally shoving LeBron into his defender, like, "Hey, dude, get a freaking hand up or something." You know what I mean? I don't know. He's kind of checked out.
He's turning into that checked out, emotional LeBron, where he's like pouting on Instagram and giving up, like he did versus the Celtics when he took off his jersey and leaving the court early. It's classic LeBron.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this season's kind of, obviously the season is over. I'm willing to call it at this point. They're not going to make the playoffs. I do think this offseason, though, because LeBron is there, it's not like they're going to ship LeBron off, even though he doesn't really have a no-trade clause.
He's the only person on the Lakers that's safe as of now.
Yeah, for sure. So my thing is, this offseason is literally going to be a bloodbath. I think Ball, Kuzma, Ingram, everybody is up for grabs. The draft pick, whatever they wind up getting, which will be a lottery pick because they're not going to make the playoffs, everything's going to be up for grabs. And honestly, what will be a 35-year-old LeBron, it's a bad look for the Lakers to mortgage their future for the back-end career of LeBron.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get the whole signing to begin with.
It's
like
there was still hopes for the AD trade to happen and things could have picked up. But,
yeah.
That didn't pan out. And
I think that was the plan. I think they signed all those veterans to be like, we're going to trade all these young dudes, get a superstar, and make a playoff push.
That's the thing. Magic was so focused on getting two max players, which he got LeBron, but he thought Paul George was coming. He thought he could get Anthony Davis. He let good players go to clear cap space for things that never materialized. Like, I don't know. D'Angelo Russell is crushing it right now for the Nets. Brook Lopez, who they let walk because of cap things, he would have been perfect. He would have been the perfect center. He would have been Kevin Love light, I think, for LeBron in the Lakers because he spreads out. Obviously, he spreads the defense out to the 3-point line. And since when is Brook Lopez freaking wet from three? That's what he's been doing all season, just crushing it for the Bucks.
Yeah, I watched him last year. Yeah, last year he hit 8 in a row. So
dude is nuts. He would have been perfect for this team. A lot better than JaVale McGee would have been, but they let him go because of cap purposes. And you had all this cap space that never really was able to be filled because nobody showed up. But this offseason will be different. Obviously, they'll have some more space. They'll have a lot more flexibility. And I think it's kind of like it's crunch time for Magic right now. Like he's going to be swinging for everything he can possibly can.
Yeah, but what's like the Lakers plan though? Like I feel like they don't have a good plan for even next year because let's just say that they trade all those dudes for AD, and then they have no one else on their team, and none of the big free agents have made it clear that they even want to play with LeBron. So it's going to be LeBron and AD, and then they got to sign a bunch of scrubs again.
Well, I think a trade like that, if it was a big trade for somebody like AD, it would come after somebody else commits to the Lakers, like whether it be like a Klay Thompson. I don't think a Durant would show up there, but I think like a Klay Thompson or somebody of that tier showing up would be like, okay, now we can swing for the fences and throw all these young players at another superstar. You'll have a big three, and then you can start signing little scrubbies or the veteran players like they did this year. They signed all the players who would traditionally jump onto like a championship run team, but it was like the championship run rejects. It was weird.
Dang.
I'm just saying, I love Rondo.
Right.
I love Rondo. I think Lance Stevenson's fun to watch, even though he's a freaking. It was a bunch of knuckleheads signed on with LeBron, and
I don't think any of these free agents are going to sign with the Lakers.
Okay, that's fair. I'm telling you right now that it's Magic Johnson's ass. I mean, if he's got to do something drastic.
Yeah, but if no one wants to play with LeBron, no one's going to play with LeBron, no matter what they offer him.
I know.
You know.
If the Lakers start looking like an attractive destination, people will come. Like if they do land AD, they're going to be like, all right, this is the team that's going to make the push. Whoever is running out of their contract, they're going to be like, all right. I mean, I could see what's happening with this team.
Yeah, but like Doyle was saying, he said they got to sign someone before they get AD.
No, like it's a lot of ifs. I get that, but I'm saying if they can make something like that, that's what Magic and LeBron at this point are looking forward to is the offseason. That's why LeBron's not playing defense. LeBron's not really he admits it's over, so he's just gonna at least see what happens.
The thing is about Anthony Davis is they can't bet on Anthony Davis like they did this season. Like they can't go into the offseason saying we'll get Anthony Davis because honestly, the Pelicans don't want to give Anthony Davis to the Lakers. They've made that clear. And the Celtics, I'm a Celtics fan, so this might sound biased, but they do have a better package of players and picks than the Lakers would be able to offer in the offseason.
I feel like Anthony Davis is probably going to go to another team, but the Lakers are going to make a deal with that following team to get AD. That's what I think.
They can, right?
No, what? There's like a moratorium. You have to wait after a player's traded for a certain amount of days to be able to do that. I don't know how that works in the offseason, though.
Break, right? It's like the All-Star break.
Well,
in the offseason, I don't think it works that way.
Yeah.
I think if the season had already kicked off, that's when the rule applies, I think.
Either way, I mean, it would make more sense to just do a 3-team trade. You know what I mean? Something that benefits the Pelicans more and still somehow the Lakers land AD. I don't know. It's obviously a lot of logistics, and I don't think that Magic Johnson's capable of pulling it off. I don't know. And it's going to be weird. I mean, LeBron's only getting older, and he got absolutely paid, like the biggest contract he's ever got, to go to L.A., he's going to be making like $40+ million a season when he's 37, 38. 38-year-old LeBron's going to be making $40+ million. That's crazy cap hit. I don't know.
That's LeBron, though. I mean, that's because he's LeBron James. It's more than basketball.
Obviously, they're selling a ridiculous amount of jerseys. The marketability of LeBron in LA is what's the driving force. But as far as making a good team, you kind of handcuff yourself a little bit. Anyway, I mean, we could sit here and rail on these Lakers all day long. I know Vince is a big fan, and I think next season things will change. They will be in the playoffs next year. They will be in the playoffs, or Magic Johnson gets fired the moment they're eliminated.
Speaking of that, Luke's done.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Luke Walton's done, and it's another coach.
Be the coach.
It doesn't matter. It's another coach casualty.
It's going to be LeBron, player coach.
Oh, my God.
I heard that Doc Rivers might actually try to go there.
Yeah, I heard about that Doc thing.
Doc's in the Clippers. The Clippers are a better team. Why would he leave?
Because he doesn't want to rebuild. Yeah, well, he doesn't want to rebuild with the team he has already.
But are they rebuilding, though, if they're in the playoffs?
No, I agree with you completely. It's just they're getting away with having scrubbies. Like
Yeah.
you said, where are they, the 8th spot?
Yeah, no, 7th now. They just jumped the Spurs. They're still winning games because they're not tanking. It's not the end of the season. They're not calling it a season.
Who's even on the Clippers?
Yes.
No, I mean,
I can't name one player.
who they got? Harrell?
They traded Tobias Harris for Saric, and I don't even know. That's sorry. I can think of Saric is out there balling.
Because they're gonna make a push for Kawhi in the offseason, obviously.
Yeah,
and they might even try to get KD or something. But
Kawhi's definitely on the Clippers.
I think that would be solid, but he's looked good for the Raptors too. I don't think they really.
Right.
I don't know. It's gonna be weird. He's such a weird dude. You can't get a read on him, but he looks good with the Raptors. It's actually kind of scary. The Eastern Conference playoffs this year.
He's good.
Well, he's awesome. He's one of my favorite players. But I don't know. It's weird. The Eastern Conference playoffs is going to be the most competitive we've ever seen it when LeBron, because LeBron left, and LeBron's not even going to be in the playoffs at all. It's going to be a weird playoffs for sure this season.
It's gonna be a weird dynamic, and I don't know. I think the league's pretty balanced out right now just because Kawhi went over there, DeMar came over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just makes more sense. And also, there's tons of injuries in the Eastern Conference, like with Victor Oladipo going out. John Wall got injured on some BS falling down.
Yeah. I saw a post.
Porzingis,
and I'm going to play it right here. And this is going to be, it's not safe for work. So listen, if you're listening, there's a lot of swearing in this. It's the video of Snoop Dogg. I can't not play this because it's absolutely hilarious. But there is some PG-13, I should say rated R swearing in this. He goes pretty hard. But listen to what Snoop Dogg has to say about his Lakers.
It's fucking terrible watching my Lakers play. Somebody got to go. Fuck the shit. Somebody got to go. Matter of fact, a lot of niggas got to go. Starting with the coach. Well, this shit ain't gonna work. This is not the LA way. Ship all the niggas out. These sorry motherfuckers ain't gonna do shit. Nothing. Get LeBron some fucking help. Because these goofballs ain't gonna do shit. They sorry.
Oh, my
they
God.
fucking suck.
He just went in. I thought that was, I can't get enough of this video. It's so funny to me. Oh. All right. Anyway, now that we're back to PG-13 language, that he was pretty aggressive, but I couldn't help but laugh when I saw that video.
He's not incorrect.
He's not lying. You're right. LeBron does need more, and everybody sees it. Every Lakers fan I know, especially Lakers fans, some Lakers fans who didn't even want LeBron in the first place are now like, LeBron ain't Kobe. Kobe's better than LeBron. You know what I mean? They're all doing that right now, even though LeBron's still a Laker.
The sharks in the water have been waiting for that, of course.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, we can stop with... Well, we can
Another
stop.
thing with LeBron, though, I feel like he needs to choose what he wants to be. Like, he can't do it all. He needs to either be like a playmaker or he's got to become the scoring Kobe, whatever. He can't do it all anymore. He's got to disperse the responsibilities throughout his team.
Well, with this team, he can't exactly be the LeBron he wants to be.
With this team, he can't do anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, next season, obviously, if this happens again next year, then I would say his career is pretty much over. Not career over, but not career, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's if he doesn't make the playoffs again next season, I mean, how sad is that going to look? That's going to be a weird way to go out. I don't know. It's weird.
It's going to hurt his legacy tremendously.
Oh, for sure. They'll be eating that crap up like they already are this season. Okay, so we can stop with the Lakers. We can move over to the Celtics because if we were going to record this podcast last night, the night before the Celtics took on the Golden State Warriors, and I was ready to go in with quite a few things. Obviously, the whole Kyrie situation. He is an enigma. I don't understand. At the beginning of the season, he came out and said, I'd love to be back. If you guys will have me back, I'm coming back next season. I'm ready to re-sign with you guys. A very stupid thing to say that nobody really asked him to say as a Celtics fan, but they were very glad to hear it. And obviously, as this season has progressed, things have gotten very weird. We've lost quite a few games. The Celtics have gone up and down, and whose fault has it been? I don't know. They're not really in sync anymore. But Kyrie Irving is one of the weirdest basketball players and people in general that I've seen in a long time. And the way he affects team chemistry, I don't know. He wants to be a leader, but I'm just not seeing him lead. I don't know.
He just leads in a different way, to be honest with you.
I don't know.
Kawhi. Kyrie is just a different breed, man. Like, he's just very quiet. He's not very vocal with himself. Like, I think everyone's just conflicted.
He's not very vocal.
His role is.
He's not very vocal with his teammates, but damn sure he's vocal when the media is like, "Hey, what's going on?" And he's like, "Man, these little dudes, man, they don't know nothing. I call my boy LeBron up."
Not a superstar.
It is. It's weird. He got exactly what he wanted when he forced his way out of Cleveland. Like, he got his own team. This is his. I mean, granted, there's a lot of good players. Maybe that's intimidating to him that there's young players who think they're really good and, quite frankly, are good. But this is. They gave the keys to Kyrie, said, look, this is a team that made it to the, we're really good. We made it to the Eastern Conference Finals without you last year and Hayward. Just come back in, play your game, get us back there. And for a large portion of this season, and it's been an up and down ride, more so down to be honest, but I don't know. After that game last night, though, now I'm singing a different tune. I'm like, man, these guys about to win a championship this year. Because they just blew out the Golden State Warriors by 30-plus points, and I watched that game last night. I couldn't stop. That's like what we're capable of, but I doubt we'll keep it up. I doubt we'll keep it up until the playoffs come around. But it was so weird to watch that game and see the Celtics hitting on all cylinders. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this team.
I mean,
I wouldn't expect much.
Oh, really?
I'd say they're gonna make it to the Eastern Conference Finals and not win. I don't know who they're gonna lose to, but I don't see them going to the finals.
Okay.
They're not gonna lose to the Bucks.
Yeah.
I could see them, if the 76ers get their crap together, they can beat them. Toronto is nasty, I think.
Yeah, Toronto's really good. Honestly, it could happen. I'm not afraid of the 76ers. I never have been. And we are, I think, are going to be matched up. It looks like we're going to be playing them first round, which is going to be an insane first round matchup to have the Celtics take on the 76ers. I don't think either of us, either teams really want that to happen in the first round.
Right.
But I think that's going to be a fun series to watch. I'm not afraid of them. I'm more afraid of the Bucks, not even because of Giannis, really. Obviously, Giannis is going to get his. Chris Middleton scares the hell out of me. He straight up murders the Celtics every time they play each other. The dude is, I don't understand. He hits every shot he takes.
Right.
So, I don't know. I'm more afraid of the Bucks, but the Eastern Conference is going to be very fun to watch, I think, this year. And what's up?
You're telling me Tatum can't cover him?
Oh,
I think
Middleton? I don't know, man. Well, he can cover him, but it seems like the last year or two, Chris Middleton has been the one that's hitting daggers and crushing our souls every single time. Giannis, I feel like whether it be Stevens and all these other little long boys that we got on our team, I think we can contain Giannis to the point where like we can work around Giannis. But for some reason, we put so much focus on Giannis that Chris Middleton drops 25 to 30 points and is hitting absolute daggers in the fourth quarter that are killing us. But I don't know. I'm afraid of the Bucks, though.
That's exactly what's going to happen because Giannis is going to attract all that attention. Middleton and or someone else is probably going to get open. Giannis, all he's got to do is the classic LeBron, slash and dish.
Yeah.
And that's going to be all kryptonite.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Listen, all I'm saying is if every player is hitting, like if they're coming out and playing their best game, every team in the East, I think that there's not a team in the East that could beat the Celtics if they're all playing at their best.
I think the Celtics are going to beat the Celtics.
That very well could be the case. They've been doing it to themselves.
Kyrie, his melodrama, and he's all moody. They're going to have one bad game where Jaylen Brown takes too many shots, and he's going to pretend like he's a real leader or call LeBron or say something weird. And then, I feel like a lot of his teammates don't really respect him as a leader or even like him at all. It's tough.
It's tough to get a read on it. We're not in the situation. Obviously, we don't have ties to internal Celtics player relationships. I don't know. It's weird.
Yet.
But yeah. But it is when we see the media. Well, obviously, Kyrie answers every question that's asked, and he answers it in the most weird, cryptic way that can be interpreted every different way possible. And the media is going to run with that. Obviously. It's insane. He's the worst when it comes to if you want to just lay low, give the regular answer. Just give a surface level answer that no one can take out of context. But he always gives them that little tidbit that's like people can write entire articles about, like slam pieces on the Celtics. I don't get it. I don't know how he's so susceptible to that. But he always tries to be so profound with his statements that it's like a detriment to the team. Like it never helps. I don't know. I don't get the guy. Anyway,
I feel like the weirdness with the Celtics is like, because Kyrie is a scoring point guard. I respect that and I love that about him, but it's not good for the Celtics. Like their record's better without him and whatever. I get that because I feel like it's the same argument like when we try to make like our top 5 starting lineup, whatever. You got to pick each position. I refuse to put a scoring point guard in because he has to distribute. And the Celtics are a team that have more role players and people that can do things with it other than the point guard. The point guard has to get it to other people, but Kyrie's, I wouldn't say score first, but he's a very good scorer, and he's gonna do what Kyrie does.
Justin, did we just hear Niki say that he wouldn't put Derrick Rose in his top 5?
Oh,
I never have. I've always put Rondo in there.
Yeah, that's fair. I have actually audio going back to like the old sports complaint box days when he jumped on and he would say he was building a team and he picked Rondo as his point guard. That was like prime Derrick Rose MVP season time, and he'd still say Rondo.
If I'm picking favorites, Derrick Rose. But if I'm picking a starting 5 of all time for every position, I would not put a scorer.
Yeah,
Would you not pick Chris Paul? I'm just curious.
Well, Chris Paul distributes.
I want Rondo. Rondo, I said.
I'll take playoff Rondo over almost any point guard.
Exactly.
I don't know, man.
He was nasty back in like 2009, 2008, 2010.
Honestly, a prime Rondo on this Celtics team would be amazing. There's just so many.
Oh, they would welcome him back with open arms.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying prime Rondo. I don't know about this point in his career, especially being a Laker and killing us that one game when he hit the buzzer beater and crushed our soul.
Right.
I mean, he's had 6 triple-doubles this year. So.
No, he's really good. He's one of my favorite players of all time. I Celtics for sure. I mean, without him, I don't know. I mean, we only got 1 championship out of that team, which is sad, but we should have had more. But anyway, I don't know. The Celtics are going to be weird. I think with a pass-first point guard, obviously that's would be a better option for this team. But him and Rozier aren't exactly looking for other people. I think we play more fluid with Rozier because he knows he's not the starter and he wants to get other people involved because of that, and he wants to show other teams. He's kind of auditioning. But Kyrie is like, it's my turn to shoot. He's going to dribble 15, 20 seconds of the shot clock and then chuck it at the very end whenever he can get an inch of space. I don't think that's good for the Celtics team. I don't. Obviously, Kyrie
doesn't care about winning. He wants to be like an MVP, all-time great scorer. Like he's got like self-interest.
Yeah.
In the league. He has no care. Like he wants to win, but on his terms.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny because like he's always been in good basketball systems. Like besides going to the Cavs, obviously. Like he was on Duke. You know what I mean? They made that freaking run. And then now he's on the Celtics and he's got an amazing coach and he just can't be cohesive with good talent. So it's like, what happens when, I don't want to say it, but when he leaves the Celtics, like, do you think he's going to go up or down?
Oh, dude.
I think he's just going to go down.
If he leaves the Celtics, I see him doing, who is ripping ass right now?
I heard that.
Somebody's just keep it to yourself. That's fine. No, if Kyrie leaves the Celtics, I see him doing almost like a Melo thing where he just goes to some team, probably the Knicks, and just is like, this is my team now. I'm going to do me and just start chucking. And they'll probably wind up being a playoff team, but they're not. It's just going to be, it's not going to be a good team. Like, I don't know. It's just weird.
So which team would Kyrie, what team would most need a Kyrie? What would he do best at?
The Heat?
Any team with like no threat of like a
not even close
scorer.
to a threat. You can't even have like a prospect that might potentially take the team over someday. It just doesn't make any sense to me why I don't know.
I got some intel saying that he was in Miami during the summer with Kevin Durant working out here. So, and
I was just going to say, I think those two would do really well together because KD doesn't need the ball, but when he gets it, he can do crazy things.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like somebody else that can score but doesn't have to would be a
Neither does
price.
LeBron. I don't know why he didn't stay with LeBron. LeBron at 35, 36 doesn't need the ball.
Probably because he was sick.
With KD, Kyrie would be the alpha. And the other way around, Kyrie doesn't like to not be.
Yeah. He won't get any questions and being
That's
like,
what
is
I don't know
LeBron
about Kyrie? Like he wants this manufactured team where he's the alpha instead of being like, why don't you just be the fucking best player? Sorry about that curse word.
Oh no.
And just be the best player. You don't need to make sure that no one else is even semi good for you to feel comfortable enough to take off
How about
shots.
just focus on winning games? You know what I mean? I don't understand why when we have a team,
what it takes to win.
Yeah.
What you're saying.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, that's what when players form their big three, like the Miami, Wade, LeBron, and Bosh, they knew that they were going to take a hit statistically, but if they could get it together, you'd win games and you'd win championships. I don't understand how Kyrie doesn't. He got that championship and he feels like he was like a major part of it, when in reality he just hit a really good shot. He hit a really big shot on a big stage, and once he got that ring, it went straight to his head. I don't know. It's weird. And I could be totally wrong. I could be totally off base about this, but I think that's what happened, and I don't know what his deal is. If he walks, he walks. If he stays, he stays. Whatever. I just want something to happen to move on.
So let me give you guys this hypothetical. If Kyrie stays in Cleveland or whatever, like back in the day, and LeBron decides to stay in Miami, does Kyrie win a ring at all in his career?
No, dude.
Is he a top 10 point guard then? still.
Maybe.
No, Cleveland wouldn't go anywhere. No.
He was perfectly happy in Cleveland. Remember, he was like, "Oh, I just signed that long-term deal," and then he was mad. LeBron came.
Yeah, he did get upset that LeBron came back.
First championship. Kyrie would not have been the one to get Cleveland their first championship without LeBron.
And he wasn't
Kyrie
even regarded as a top point guard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think he would.
Someone in the league right now.
He would still be regarded as a top 5 point guard for sure.
No, of course that. But he would never be enough to get Cleveland their only championship.
No, not without help.
But if you think about it, that was never his goal.
No, it wasn't, because he's always wanted to. And right when he was given like the keys to the franchise, when he was given it from day one, they were butt cheeks. But they doubled down and were like, "All right, you're our dude. This is you." And then LeBron's like, "Coming home, baby." Here it is. This is my place.
Lights on.
Yeah. And I don't think he liked that. I don't think he liked that at all. And he wants that. Like, he wants that somewhere. He never got it. But
I don't get that. That's so weird.
I don't think he ever wanted to play with LeBron ever.
No.
I remember when he was a rookie, they said, like, because he got drafted to the Cavs. They're like, hey, so are you the next LeBron James? Like, I'm the only Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Like, oh, geez.
I don't blame him for
nothing to do with that, man.
I don't blame him for wanting to do that. The shadow of LeBron is intimidating to a lot of players. Like, there's reasons why I don't think Durant would ever play with LeBron. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see that ever being a pairing. Certain players don't want to be in that shadow or that aura where it's like, hey, what's it like having LeBron as a father figure? You know what I mean? Those questions are the dumbest thing in the entire world to me.
Yeah, but people do.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. That's why no one's going to LA.
Yeah, I don't know.
As much as KD doesn't want to play with LeBron, I feel like they would play well together.
Who, KD and LeBron?
Yeah.
I know they
It'd be the same as like
together.
the Kyrie KD thing, because he doesn't need the ball, but when he gets the ball, he's not a liability.
Bro, I know that they train together and they do their workouts together, but I think they kind of like compete with each other. Because I was actually listening to this interview from KD, and he's like, who's the greatest player of all time? And, like, he's not going to say LeBron because LeBron's still in the league, but he'll always say Jordan or someone like that, or, like, LeBron's not in my top 5 player. He'll just say, like, random people. It's like, I don't really accredit KD too much just because of him saying that James Harden has surpassed Dwayne Wade already.
Bruh.
Like, blasphemy.
Yeah, scorer-wise, yeah, I think he has. But as an overall player and like, no, definitely
I'm saying
not.
Legacy.
No way, dude. No way.
But I wouldn't take Harden over Wade in the playoffs. Tell you that.
I would say Prime D Wade was like one of the greatest slashers I've ever seen.
Yeah, that and he actually played defense. Like, well, he really played defense. So yeah.
And what'd he do last year to the Sixers? Like, he balled out.
Yeah. He tried.
On his old man knees.
He tried. Yeah. His farewell tour this season has been one of the coolest things. After every game, he's swapping jerseys with people. I love that so much. I also think it's really weird how the NBA, even though Dirk has been very vocal about not saying this, that he's not sure what he's going to do in the offseason, they're like sending him off, man. They're playing his music every game. They're like, oh, man, what a legend. See you later. Can't wait. Like, they're just writing him already out. You know what I mean? Wade is like, this is my farewell tour. Dirk's like, I'm just playing, weighing my options, but everybody's already kind of like giving him the standing ovations and like, we're going to miss you. They're kind of just shoving him out of the league.
He can barely walk up and down the court.
Bro,
walking looks so painful.
Yeah, he looks like he's played like 4 men's league games. And
yeah,
just like,
he's moving around like a praying mantis out there. It's very weird, but he is still getting buckets though. Every once in a while, when that happens, he's still getting a bucket a game at least. He'll get a bucket or two. Just let the man shoot it, okay? Jeez.
Meanwhile, did you guys see that video of Vince Carter when he almost baptized someone?
Oh,
but he did a layup instead.
Yeah, he wasn't really gonna dunk that, but it did look really cool. He just dropped like 20 plus the other night. It was like the first time, he was the oldest player to drop over 20 points, I think, and he broke his old record. Of like he's like 42 something now, and he did it at like 40 or 41. Pretty
if he
cool.
wins a ring or at all, like in his career, do you guys think that he would be like one of the greatest of all time, just because of how long he's played and everything?
I think he is he's a Hall of Famer
for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him in the greatest of all time category. I mean,
no, he was an amazing scorer back in the day on the Nets, but
yeah, greatest dunker of all time.
Oh my gosh.
I'll give him
that.
that.
Don't mean anything. Dwight Howard was too.
Oh man.
Dwight Howard, get the hell out of here.
He's also
Never the
top
greatest
bottom.
dunker. He just won a contest.
That's fair.
He won back-to-back, no?
Them shoulders though.
No, Nate Robinson won back-to-back.
Yeah.
Remember Jalen Green? No, I'm kidding. All right, we're done talking about the Celtics. We're done
Houston
talking.
Rockets.
What? Oh my God! All right, we're done talking about the Lakers. We're done talking about the Celtics. Anything else this season that we want to get to before? Obviously, when it comes playoff time, we're going to do our brackets. We're going to do a playoff preview. But I think right now the juiciest first round matchup is going to be the Celtics 76ers, if that's what it winds up being.
Right.
That's going to be pretty awesome. And then the West is the West. The Clippers and Spurs are hanging on to the 7th and 8th seed right now. I would love to see the Kings make the playoffs. I think they're really fun to watch. But I think next season's probably going to be the year that they make a big jump. Other than that, I mean, I can't believe the Timberwolves still aren't going to make the playoffs. How do you have that much talent? Andrew Wiggins is the most, I don't know, wasted talent. No, he's good. He's not. Andrew Wiggins is the most wasted talent I've ever seen in my history of watching the NBA.
Yeah, well, there it is.
I think I'd take Harrison Barnes over him. Just saying.
Well, no, Harrison Barnes was not touted like Andrew Wiggins was. Andrew Wiggins was the Canadian LeBron James when he came out. Everyone's like, oh, my God. They were giving him LeBron's pedestal, and he came into the league, and he's just coasted on his athleticism. And he gets – the weird thing is when he focuses, he gets buckets, but he only focuses like 5% of the time. I don't know. He's such a weird player.
Focus.
He makes me so mad.
I'm so happy they traded him for Kevin Love.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. And at the time, I was like, yo, they're really doing this, man? They're going to trade Andrew Wiggins? Andrew Wiggins is going to be really good. He's not, dude. And that contract that they gave him crazy max number contract. And that's going to be a problem for the Timberwolves for a long time.
The owner was like, we got to meet first before I give you all this money.
Yeah.
Because he didn't believe in him for a good reason, and he still gave him the money.
Yeah. I don't know. That's going to be a weird contract unless he gets his stuff together.
Exactly what I would have done.
Yeah.
I would have balled out and impressed people, make sure, hey, pay me max. Boom. I don't care what happens after that.
Hit him with the Hassan Whiteside. Is that what you're saying? The Hassan Whiteside?
Boy, howdy.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's pretty much wrapping it up. We're going to do, obviously, when the NBA draft lottery comes around, the NBA playoffs come around, we're going to do a lot more NBA stuff, but we haven't touched it all season, so we needed to get into the hot topics of the NBA. Does anybody have any parting words for the NBA thus far this season? I didn't.
Giannis is not my MVP.
Damn. How?
Nice.
Whoa. Giannis is the greatest player in the NBA at this moment.
Well,
James Harden's probably MVP, though.
Yeah, James Harden's my MVP, hands down. And my rookie of the year is Trae Young.
Trae Young surprised me. And I was on record in the podcast that were the post-NBA draft podcast that the best player in this draft was Luka Doncic. And for the first half of the season, I was like, I knew it, you suckers. What are you doing? Hawks are stupid.
It is Luka. I think he's still the best.
No.
I think
he is.
Trae Young's hot right now, like the last couple of weeks, but the whole season.
No, but I think he is too. I think Luka is the best player in this rookie class. Although DeAndre Ayton is coming on pretty solid too. But this season, I think Luka deserves the rookie of the year. But I thought for sure the Hawks lost that trade because I was not high on Trae Young at all. I was super high on Luka, which was right. I was not high on Trae Young, but he's proven me wrong. The dude is absolutely balling. And he's fun to watch. Holy crap. The dude's crazy.
I still can't stand watching Trae Young at all.
No, he's fun to watch, dude. I don't know.
He's like Steph.
Yeah, he's nuts, dude.
They're like the same player.
Yeah, he's definitely fun to watch. But anyway, that's the rookie class.
Whatever.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. I mean, they're obviously not going to make the playoffs, but next year they can put it all together. Once Vince Carter gets back into the starting lineup and he's 45 years old next year, it's going to be awesome to see for the Hawks. But anyway, all right, it's been a fun podcast, guys. We'll catch you later on the next one when we go back into, I think we're only 15 games left. I think right around 15, 20 games left in the season. So the NBA playoffs are right around the corner. And that's probably when we'll dive back into some NBA stuff, barring any crazy topics, whether like LeBron requests a trade or something. That's probably the next time. Yeah, I know it's not going to happen. But all right, so we'll catch you guys later. Thank you for listening. Be sure to follow us at The Chunk Pod or any of our socials. You can get that at thechunkpod.com. Thank you guys for jumping on with us, and we'll see you next time.
Tip, tip, cheerio.
Bye.